Hello and welcome to the latest Craft Mania Sunday Showcase. Today I'm going to introduce you to a brand new product. We're going to be looking at these sheets. This is called Mask It. It's basically masking tape, but instead of on a roll as we normally know it, these are A4 sheets, which is really handy because it gives us lots of different techniques that we can do with it. So in today's video I'm going to show you a couple of ways I've used it and a couple of cards I've made along the way so you can get an idea of this is a product for you. The good bit is it's quite inexpensive. You get 2 sheets in a packet for £1.59, so it's obviously only about 80p a sheet, so you don't have to be too frugal with it. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to do a stamping technique with it. So this week's offer is actually on the stamps I'm going to be showing you. These are Pollyanna Pickering dog collection stamps. We have 3 in the collection. They're normally £14.99, but for this week only, they're only £6, which makes them virtually 75% off. So they're a proper little bargain. Means you can buy virtually all 3 sets for the price you'd normally pay for one, just about. We have Sally, who is a Yorkshire Terrier. We have Hamish, the Highland Terrier, and we have Ben, the Border Collie. As always, if there's any of these items I show you today that you'd like, just post in the comments and we'll have them held for you. We do have limited stocks of these and we don't expect they're going to last too long, so please don't miss out. Do get in the comments quickly. Last week's Sunday Showcase sold out by Tuesday, and we were quite upset by this because it had gone so quick that we couldn't really talk about it for the rest of the week, and we expect that this one will do the same, so please get it held as soon as you can and so you don't miss out. So anyway, we're going to be looking at Hamish to begin with, a lovely Highland Terrier, and we're just going to stamp him. I'm just using Memento ink, but of course you can use these stamps with any ink you want to. One of the good things about these stamps, and hence why they were the price tag that they were, is they're a really highly detailed stamp. As you can see, the etchings on these are really brilliant, and the quality of them, I'll actually show you one of these, so hopefully you're going to see it. They're really thick quality stamps with a lot of work gone into these, and that really pays off for the images. They're not bulky and clumpy, they're really delicate and fine. One of the things actually I will talk to you about while we've got one out to hand is the way we store our stamps. This is something that we've never mentioned on a video before. If you've come to our lessons you will have probably noticed that that's how we store them in classes. But we pop all of our stamps inside CD cases. Now we actually sell the CD cases in store. You get 10 for £4. You don't, you get 10 for £3, or they're 40p each. They're really great because of when you buy the case themselves, they come with a ring that you keep the disc on, but you can just pop that out quite easily. And then if you've got an overhead projection pen or a Spectrum Noir or a peel-off marker, anything that's permanent, you can just write on the cases what stamps you've got and where they are. And on the edges you can even write a little title of what they are. And then if you look to your side you will see how we store them on a bookcase basically. But of course they could pop into any CD tower or shelf you've got at home. So it's a nice way to keep them, and less packaging, less faffing, less searching for your stamps. But anyway, I digress. Let's go back to where we were. So we have already stamped Hamish. Now where the Mask It comes in is, I'm going to stamp one on the Mask It so you can see how well that works. So we'll link him up again. And then your actual Mask It itself has the masking tape side, and then on the back it's got like a clear film that your masking tape basically comes attached to. We want to stamp this obviously on the side that's rough because it'll adhere to it, so and it'll stay on it. So you can just stamp this as you normally would, and you get a lovely image the same. Now I've already cut one of these out, so I won't bore you with watching me do this, and I've used mine a couple of times already. The good bit is they are reusable. If you store them on a sheet of plastic or acetate even, then you can use these time and time again. So although the material is relatively inexpensive, you don't have to keep cutting them out either and paying for it. So it's a good way to reuse them and save a few pennies. So all we're going to do is just cover up little Hamish. Cover him up completely. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to stamp a few elements, and we want him to look like he's sitting in front of those elements, not hidden behind them or got all stamped bits all over him. We want him to look as if he's the front object and everything else hidden behind him. So we start with him, and then we're going to take the flowers that come in with the same set. So we've got the large and the small one here, and we're going to ink them up and stamp them behind him. The good thing with these sets of stamps, or the majority of them, is even if you're not a big dog lover, some of them have got nice little verses with them, and they've got lovely scenery bits. I really like the one with the Border Collie because they've got some really lovely scenery parts, a bit countryside, and I really like the tree as well. And it's got a nice thinking of you that comes with it too. So at £6, even if you're not the biggest dog lover, these stamps still might be for you. So once you've stamped these, I'll just do a couple more. You can do them as much or as little as you want to. Really up to you. I'm going to pop on a couple of the little ones too. Once you feel you've done enough, then you can simply just remove him from the top layer. And hopefully this is clear enough for you to see. But he's now sitting in front of all of our flowers, and they're not interfering with his stamped image. So you can clearly see he's at the front and they're behind him. And all that was just with our layer to protect it. I've actually made a card and I've coloured it in, and I think when you add a bit of colour to them, it's a bit clearer to see what I'm going on about. So hopefully you'll agree this is quite a nice little card. Nice simple one to do. I've also used the fence panels that come in with this set as well, which again are really lovely for new home cards, bits like that. If you don't like the dog bit, the fences are really lovely. I really like the gate as well. I think that would make quite a nice sympathy card or thinking of you card as well. But we'll get onto that a little later. I've done one with them too. So going back to this, I've coloured it in. And I've coloured it with our wonderful first edition markers. Now, we used these a couple of weeks ago on one of our Sunday showcases. If you haven't seen that video, do look for our YouTube channel, and it is still on there. You still can view them. Sadly, the offers obviously end at the end of the week, but all of our videos are still there, so you can go back to them for ideas and inspiration if you want to, or just a few instructions on how to use them. The pens themselves should hopefully come back in stock this week. So do watch out for them. We'll pop on Facebook when they're back in. But they're lovely pens for this. They blend really well and work really lovely on these. And as I said earlier, you can even use them to write in your CD cases if you do end up with some of them. The best wishes on the side here also comes from that set of stamps too. And at the top here, we've put our gorgeous ribbon on it. If you follow us on Facebook, you may have seen earlier on in the week, we've had 17 colours of this come in. I've just got a little selection of them here, but there's actually 17 colours of this 15mm wide organza, and it's only 25p a metre. Organza normally retails with a pattern on it at about 65p a metre, so it's less than half of what it should be. Again, if you'd like any of them held, I'll post a picture of all 17 colours in the comments, and you can let us know which ones you would like, and we'll have them held for you. Okay. So let's move on to the next technique that you can do with these. So if, like me, you're a bit of a fan of dies, you can use this product with your dies too. Because of the masket is quite a durable material, you can cut it out in your die cutting machine. I did find it easier if you put a piece of card over the top of it as well. Just gives it a bit more body and helps you cut through the plastic side of the masket. But it was a piece of cake to do, in honesty, when you've got a bit of card on it, and that was with quite a detailed die. But cut out whatever die you wish to. I've gone for this large doily that comes in this little set here. You get all three of them for £22.49. And once you've cut it, this is what you end up with. A lovely delicate doily that's sticky. And I've used this a few times already, but it still works just as good. Just smooth it out onto your piece of card. And I won't do too much of this because I'm sure you can see where we're going with this already. But we'll just do a little bit so you've got an idea. But smooth it out, and we'll just take some fired brick ink for this. This is just ordinary distress ink, and you can use it with whatever applicator you wish to, and you can distress however you wish to. But it will just go through them holes, and when we peel this bit back, you can see that we've got that lovely pattern transferred onto here. Now I've only obviously done a little bit and I've gone for quite a big die, so it depends on what style of die you want to use and the way you want it to end up. But I'll show you the card I've made with this. You've possibly already seen it, but this is actually the doily going around the edge here. And once I'd cut this and I'd done my masked bit like this, the piece that's the offcut of this, the rest of the frame from the sheet, after I'd done my inking, I put that over the top of it, and then I did my stamping over that, so that the stamping all went round this part of that masket sheet, if that makes sense. So once again, when you peel that off, all you've got is the stamped images inside your die cut. So it's a nifty way to do some effects like that as well. All of the paper started off cream with this script on it, and I've just used tattered rose to distress around this one. Hopefully that makes sense. If you are stuck by any of this, just post in the comments and we'll run through it again for you. Or of course pop in store and see us. Okay, on to our next technique we're going to show you, which really isn't another technique, it's just another stencil, but it's a lovely one, so I want to show you this too. This is a big background die. That's this one over here. This is one of our value range ones. They're only $6.99, which, considering the size of it, is a proper bargain of a die. It's our daisy pattern one. Again, you could just stick this down and ink through it the same way, and I will show you that too, just because I really like this one. And then I'll show you a card I've made with it. Go down, yeah. Now, one of the bits, as I say, I really like about these is how reusable they are. It just seems so inexpensive and easy to use. And although I know some of you might be thinking, well, I could cut this out of a piece of card and distress through it, or I could use my die, they tend to move and you've got to hold them in place. And this is just so easy. You know, one hand and you're fine. You know, you don't have to worry about actually holding the stencil in place as such. So again, we'll just pop that off, and you can see that that's how easy it is to get that effect through there. And it just gives a new lease of life to your dies as well. And of course, you could always layer your dies on top of the bits you've done too, to build up different effects, which is quite nice. Just gives you a different way to use them. This is a card I've made with that, same stencil as your shoe, or same die cut, same mask. And with this one I've just inked through it using fired brick and scattered straw to get that lovely terracotta orange colouring going on. On top of it I've used a butterfly die. That's this set here. Again, this is part of our value collection. You get both of them for only $2.99, so they're quite an inexpensive way to get a gorgeous butterfly. And again, the best wishes comes in with the set too. So that's really our different sets. The only bits I don't think I mentioned was on this card, our lovely pins that we got going on this. These come back in stock earlier on in the week, and you get 30 of these embellishment pins for only $1.99. And again, if you've got Spectrum Noir pens, or if you've got the ones that we showed you a little while ago, these first edition ones, you can of course colour them as well to match in with your colours in your pictures if you wanted to. They will dry on the actual material, actually on the pearl, so you could colour them. You could even colour the metal stick if you wanted to. Really good pens for that, and a really nice way to tone them into your project. So once again, just to run through it, the stamps this week are your £6 offer. And we have, again, Sally the Yorkshire Terrier, Hamish the West Highland Terrier, and Ben the Border Collie. How you're going to pick between them, I've got no idea, because I want all of them, to be honest. I really love in this set the little teddy as well. That's lovely if you're doing kids' cards. It's a really nice one, and we've already mentioned the really lovely country scenes going on with that one. And of course we love the gate and the fence for this. I just love the way that gate come out in that card. I think that was really quite sweet. So yeah, really lovely sets of stamps. So all of these are your stamps, that is. They are while stocks last. The offer itself ends at 5 PM on Saturday the 26th of November, so you do have to have them collected by then. You can of course have them posted to you if you wish to. We send out anything and everything. Postage is charged at cost, so literally what the post office charge us, we charge you, so we keep it as cheap as we possibly can. Payment can be made via PayPal, or of course over the phone by card, whatever you find easiest. And that was it for this week's Sunday showcase. One last thing I will remind you of is our demo that's coming up next Saturday. That's Saturday the 26th. It's at our Lowestoft store, and we will be having Tina Fallon here for the day. She'll be showing you some wonderful card making projects. She'll also be doing some MDF kits. She's got a lot planned to show you of Christmas decorations and Christmas ornaments. She also wants to take you through your birthdays ready for next year as well. So it should be a really jam-packed day. She'll be using products from Candybots Crafts, Kaiser Crafts, Bow Bunny. There's a whole host of products she's going to be using, so it really is worth popping along to that. Goes on from 10 till 4. It's completely free. You can pop in for 5 minutes or you can stay all day. We've got car parking out the front. If you're lucky enough to get a space, you're more than welcome to stay there while you're in the store, or if not, car parking is available locally at relatively cheap prices. So it really is a good free day out to come along to, and it gives you a chance to ask any questions that you've got from an expert as well. Tina you may have seen on telly. She's been on a few of the different craft channels over the years, so she really knows her stuff, and it should be a really good day. So that's 10 to 4, Saturday 26th of November at the Lowestoft store. If you're going to come to us and you're not too sure where you're going, the postcode is NR32 1NT. Pop that into your sat-nav and it should bring you here. Any problems, give us a call and we will talk you to the door. Once again, thank you for watching this week's Sunday Showcase. I really look forward to seeing you all hopefully at the demo. If not, I'll see you next Sunday for our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.